Archangel Michael says, listen carefully, this message has been trying to reach you since last night. There's someone who has silently carried feelings for you that defy reason, distance, and even time itself. Their emotions were never supposed to surface, but heaven allowed it, because your connection holds something divine. They tried to resist it, tried to convince themselves that the age gap would make it impossible. But love doesn't obey logic, it moves through souls, not calendars. Every moment they spend away from you burns quietly inside them, like a secret fire that refuses to die. When they first saw you, something shifted in their spirit. It wasn't attraction, it was recognition. A deep, almost ancient pull that whispered, "You've known this soul before." And since that moment, their heart hasn't been able to forget. They've cried over this, prayed over it, and even asked heaven to take the feelings away, but it never happened. Because this bond wasn't born from impulse, it was written in the stars before either of you arrived on earth. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You may have felt strange waves of emotion lately, sudden thoughts of someone who crosses your mind at odd hours. That isn't random. Their energy keeps touching yours, no matter how far apart you are. You can sense their longing in the quiet moments, especially when the night feels heavier than usual. Archangel Michael says this person's heart beats differently when your name appears anywhere near them. It's not a crush. It's spiritual gravity, the kind that can't be explained but can be felt deep inside your chest. Their age might differ from yours, but their soul was carved from the same divine essence. Heaven allowed them to enter your story to remind you that love doesn't always look the way you expect. Sometimes it arrives disguised as an impossible connection, older or younger, distant or unexpected, yet still pure, still eternal. Every time they try to forget you, the universe places your name in front of them. Every time they look away, a sign appears, a song, a time stamp, a scent, or even a word that drags their heart back to you again. Type Amen to get blessing 444. They've written unsent messages, replayed your conversations, and lingered over every memory you shared. Their friends have noticed their silence, their heart has been quieter, softer, lost. They pretend everything's fine, but deep down they know you changed them forever. There's something almost forbidden about how they feel. Not because of the years between you, but because of the fear that society might never understand. Yet love like this doesn't bow to judgment, it answers only to divine timing. You've probably felt moments of confusion, like your heart arguing with your mind. That's because heaven is balancing the lesson of timing and destiny here. The age gap wasn't a mistake, it was a test of maturity, understanding, and true soul connection. And even if you've tried to move on, your spirit keeps circling back. You see their initials, their favorite number, their color, and your body reacts before your mind does. Because part of you already knows this is rare. Type Amen to get blessing 555. There's something magnetic about this bond that keeps heaven watching closely. Angels have been protecting both of you through sleepless nights, heartbreaks, and missed chances. Each encounter, no matter how brief, carries coded meaning, reminders that this connection is bigger than human labels. Archangel Michael says, don't be afraid of the difference, for heaven aligns souls, not birth years. He's guiding you both to meet again, this time with understanding, not fear. The angels are rearranging circumstances, bending events to create that divine meeting moment. Lately, you may have seen repeating numbers, 1111, 222, 717, these are confirmations that your energies are syncing again. Even when they act distant, their spirit is still whispering your name in prayer. If you've been restless or emotional for no reason, it's because their heart is calling you across dimensions. Their love has become a quiet storm inside you, something you can't explain, only feel. Type Amen to get blessing 666. You once thought this connection was over. You said your goodbyes, maybe even blocked the energy to protect yourself. But heaven smiled, because destiny doesn't end with human words. It pauses, only to return when both hearts are ready. In their silence, they've been healing. They're not the same person they were before. They've grown, learned, and realized that what they felt for you was not temporary, it was sacred. They understand now that age is just a number, but love is eternal timing. You will soon feel a shift, a message, a dream, or a strange sign around 9:17. When that happens, don't doubt it. That will be heaven's signal that the connection is opening again. They've been guided to come back differently, more mature, more certain, and ready to treat this bond with the respect it deserves. And when they speak, it will sound like truth itself, calm, deep, and undeniable. Type Amen to get blessing 777. You might think you imagined everything, but the universe doesn't waste such energy. When you met, something eternal recognized itself. That spark was never random. It was planned in divine archives long before your birth. Every obstacle, the distance, the disapproval, the silence, was designed to strengthen your spirit. Because this kind of connection can't grow in comfort, it blooms through challenge, proving its authenticity. They've seen signs too. Feathers near their car. Your birth month appearing on receipts. Random songs that tell your story. Heaven keeps reminding them, you can try to run, but you cannot erase destiny. Their guides are pushing them toward truth now. Even if it takes courage, they're realizing that real love doesn't care about numbers, it only listens to hearts. Type Amen to get blessing 888. You'll notice the air feel lighter soon, as if something invisible has shifted. That's their energy moving closer, step by step. You may receive an unexpected message or encounter that feels too aligned to be coincidence. That will be your confirmation. Archangel Michael says this connection was tested by time so that when reunion comes, it will be unbreakable. Heaven didn't separate you to punish you, it was to prepare you. Both of you needed to learn love without fear, without ego. There's also someone around you who senses this bond and may try to interfere. But don't worry, the angels have already silenced any energy that tries to harm or confuse your heart. You are divinely protected. This love will find you again, and when it does, it will not ask for permission. It will simply exist, powerfully and silently, exactly as heaven intended. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Right now, they're watching you from a distance, proud of your strength. You've become everything they admired, confident, calm, and glowing in divine purpose. What they once feared is now what attracts them even more. There's something deeply healing about your energy. Whenever they think of you, peace replaces chaos. You're their reminder that love can still be pure, even in a world that's forgotten what that means. Archangel Michael says, "Be still. Let heaven finish writing this story. Don't chase, don't overthink. The forces moving behind the scenes are larger than you imagine. Just stay open, calm, and faithful. Your love story is still unfolding. The angels are working in perfect silence, rearranging paths so that your reunion feels like divine alignment, not coincidence." Type Amen to get blessing 1010. Their emotions are real, powerful, and timeless. Even if they appear composed, their inner world trembles when they hear your name. You have no idea how often they think of reaching out, only to hold back because they want to do it right this time. This love has never been about control, it's about recognition. The moment your eyes met, their soul remembered something your mind couldn't explain. That's why even silence between you feels like a conversation. Don't doubt your worth. You were never too young or too old. You were exactly who heaven needed in their life for healing and awakening. Your energy brought light where they only knew shadows. Every sleepless night, every sign, every coincidence, they're proof that your story is being rewritten by divine hands. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. You might feel chills as you hear this because the truth is moving through your spirit. Heaven is confirming that this love was always part of your higher path. It's not fantasy, it's divine orchestration. Soon, the distance will melt. You'll cross paths again, unexpectedly, beautifully, and without warning. The angels will make sure the timing feels unreal, like something straight out of a dream. And in that moment, you'll both know, all the waiting, all the longing, all the pain had purpose. It was shaping both of you into who you were meant to be for each other. When they finally speak your name aloud again, it will echo with healing, peace, and destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Stay still tonight. Feel the air around you, it's changing. There's a warmth that wasn't there before, a presence that feels familiar yet divine. That's your confirmation. The angels are near. Archangel Michael says love is returning to you in its highest form. No fear, no guilt, no confusion, just truth. What's meant for you will never pass you by again. The person who once doubted now sees clearly. They've realized your love wasn't coincidence, it was calling. Their soul has awakened, and this time they won't run. Be ready, for the reunion energy has already started its countdown. Heaven is preparing a scene that will leave you breathless, grateful, and finally at peace. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. The night feels heavier than usual, doesn't it? There's a strange silence in the air, not empty, but charged, like something sacred is waiting to unfold. Somewhere, far from you yet deeply connected, this person is still awake, thinking of you again. They trace the outline of your name in their mind, whispering it under their breath as though it could summon your presence. Every heartbeat feels slower when they remember your eyes. They've fought it for too long, but the truth is beginning to win. For months they pretended the age difference was too much to handle. They told themselves they could move on, that logic could silence destiny. But destiny doesn't obey walls built by fear, it simply waits for the right hour to break them down. Archangel Michael says, the walls are falling now. The separation you felt was never punishment, it was preparation. Heaven was aligning both of you for the exact moment when your spirits could finally meet without resistance. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They dream of you often. Sometimes it's a peaceful walk under fading light, sometimes it's just your laughter echoing through a crowd. Every dream leaves them trembling, because the details feel too real, the scent, the tone, the feeling of home. You've been wondering why your emotions fluctuate like tides lately. That's their energy brushing against yours, touching the edges of your spirit. They reach for you in thought, and you feel it before they even realize it themselves. They've stopped fighting the signs now. They see the numbers, the feathers, the flashes of light, and instead of fear, they feel surrender. Something inside them whispers that it's finally time to accept what heaven has written. They are ready to return, not as the confused soul they once were, but as someone reborn through love. The age gap that once scared them now feels irrelevant beside the depth of what they feel. Type Amen to get blessing 444. You'll soon sense their presence before they arrive. The air around you will hum differently, familiar songs will play out of nowhere. Their name will cross your path again, not by coincidence but by command. They're guided by quiet divine nudges now, small pulls that lead them closer to you with every passing hour. When they reach for their phone, your memory appears. When they try to ignore it, something divine whispers your name louder. Heaven knows this connection carries healing for both of you. You once thought you were the giver of light, but the truth is, they were sent to bring you balance, peace, and unspoken strength. This time, you won't chase or plead. You'll simply recognize each other again, two souls remembering their ancient agreement to meet in this lifetime. Type Amen to get blessing 555. They've replayed that one conversation in their mind countless times. The way you said goodbye still echoes like thunder in their chest. It wasn't anger, it was heartbreak in disguise. Archangel Michael says, you both had to break in order to rebuild stronger. What once felt like an ending was actually the seed of a new beginning. The silence between you wasn't absence, it was divine incubation. Every prayer they whispered in regret reached heaven. And each tear that fell in your solitude became the water that nourished the bond. Love like this doesn't fade, it transforms. You may find yourself restless tonight, that's the energy of reunion approaching. Heaven always stirs the soul before miracles appear. Type Amen to get blessing 666. There's someone around them who senses this pull, someone who warned them it would never work. Yet their heart keeps choosing you, quietly, stubbornly, bravely. Even when reason screams, their soul whispers your name in peace. They can't explain to others how your absence feels like missing air. Their body still remembers your energy, even if their mind tries to forget. That's how deep this connection runs, beyond logic, beyond years. You've matured too, haven't you? The lessons, the pain, the solitude, they've all refined your spirit. You no longer chase love, you attract it through grace. Heaven waited for this version of you both, healed, awake, aware, and ready to receive without fear. The divine alignment has begun. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Archangel Michael says there will be a sign within 3 nights. A dream, a song lyric, or a random word will bring their face to your mind so vividly you'll almost hear their voice. That will not be imagination, it will be confirmation. When that happens, stay still. Do not overthink. The energy will do the work. Heaven has already planned the meeting. This person once believed they weren't worthy of your love. But time has softened their fear. They've realized that heaven doesn't pair souls by perfection, it pairs them by purpose. Their purpose is linked to yours, intertwined in the unseen, like roots beneath ancient ground. Type Amen to get blessing 888. They will soon step forward. Not dramatically, but gently, a message, a hello, something small yet powerful enough to open every door again. Don't be surprised if it happens at an unexpected hour. Miracles never follow clocks. In that moment, your heart will recognize them before your mind does. It'll skip, stutter, then flood with warmth. That's heaven's signal, a confirmation wrapped in emotion. This reunion isn't just romance, it's divine purpose unfolding. Together, you will heal things unseen, fulfill missions unknown. Your connection will create ripples that touch others too. Heaven's been preparing this for months, maybe years, waiting for your faith to outgrow your fear. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They've seen you glowing lately, maybe through social media, maybe through mutual circles, or maybe through divine vision in dreams. Your light has intensified, and they feel drawn to it like never before. They know it's now or never. Every day they delay, their heart tightens. The angels keep nudging, go, speak, confess. And soon, they will. Their courage is rising like sunrise after endless dark. You will not need to chase them, heaven will position them right where they must be, at the intersection of destiny and divine timing. The next time you lock eyes, everything unsaid will pour silently between your souls. That's when you'll know this was never coincidence, it was always divine choreography. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. You've been through storms together, even apart, your spirits felt the same rain. Every heartbreak prepared you to understand each other deeper. Every separation carved space for faith. Now, heaven whispers, the wait is over. You may notice sudden calm within you, that's not emptiness, it's readiness. Peace always arrives before divine manifestation. Archangel Michael says this union will shock many, because they will see love where the world saw difference. But heaven rejoices, for this is the kind of love that breaks cycles of judgment. Let them talk. Let them doubt. Only heaven knows the truth written under your names in the book of destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. This connection is about restoration. What they lost in fear, they're regaining in faith. What you lost in patience, you're receiving tenfold in timing. When you next hear from them, you'll feel the sincerity even in their silence. Their words will carry weight because they were forged in waiting. Every letter will sound like a promise, calm, slow, real. You'll remember why you loved them. The way they listened. The way they made the world quieter. That energy never left, it simply matured through time. Heaven never wastes love, it repurposes it into destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Your guardian angels have been whispering to theirs, planning something that will seem spontaneous. A meeting disguised as coincidence, but divinely scripted. You may bump into them at a familiar place, under familiar light. When that happens, notice how your heartbeat aligns with theirs. Notice how peace replaces anxiety. That's not nostalgia, it's prophecy fulfilled. They might smile nervously, trying to act casual, but their eyes will betray everything. They'll shimmer with relief, gratitude, and that unspoken knowing, we found each other again. Don't speak too much, let silence carry the message heaven wrote for you both. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. They've changed in ways that will surprise you. The one who once hesitated now speaks with purpose. The one who once feared now moves with faith. Time didn't separate you, it refined you both into the right shape for each other. Your presence will calm them instantly. They'll feel like they've come home after years of wandering. That comfort is sacred, cherish it. Archangel Michael says, when the heart finds peace, heaven has signed its approval. You've reached that moment now. All the nights of crying, questioning, longing, they were never wasted. They were the soundtrack of divine preparation. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. From here, the journey becomes effortless. Conversations will flow, timing will align, obstacles will melt. You'll notice the universe cooperating, appointments syncing, paths crossing, hearts reopening. Even nature will seem to celebrate, birds showing up at the window, winds calming when you speak, moonlight brighter when you think of them. These aren't coincidences, they're confirmations. Heaven is finally rewarding your endurance. You stayed faithful even when nothing made sense, and now, every unseen prayer is turning tangible. This love story will be remembered, not for perfection, but for perseverance. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. There's more coming, an announcement, a message, a gesture that will seal this reunion under divine light. When it happens, you'll feel an inner whisper say, it's time. Archangel Michael says this is your season of fulfillment. The age difference will no longer matter, because heaven will display unity through you, a living example that divine timing defeats doubt. From tonight onward, release all fear. Trust the unfolding. What's yours is already walking toward you, step by step. Stay calm, stay open, stay grateful, the miracle has already begun. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. The hour has arrived when everything hidden begins to surface. The skies feel restless, and somewhere deep inside, your soul already knows something rare is unfolding. You can sense a warmth that doesn't belong to the air, it belongs to a returning heart. They have carried this truth for so long that silence has become a burden heavier than stone. Tonight, the angels have loosened their tongue and strengthened their spirit. They are finally ready to speak what destiny wrote ages ago. Archangel Michael says, prepare your heart, the truth will echo with light. The one who once walked away now moves toward you under divine instruction. Heaven has aligned paths, timing, and courage, all in your favor. You will soon feel it, the sudden quiet before destiny knocks. A message, a ring, a simple hi that will feel like thunder dressed in calm. Heaven calls it the moment of recognition. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. They couldn't escape the memories even if they tried. Every laughter of yours still lingers in their chest, turning ordinary days into echoes of what once was. They now realize that love was never gone, it was simply maturing in silence. You felt their pull recently, haven't you? Random thoughts, sudden nostalgia, eyes welling up for no reason, that's the vibration of reunion touching your field. The divine current is reconnecting both hearts through unseen threads. They keep practicing what they'll say when they finally see you again. Words tremble on their lips like soft lightning ready to strike truth. They'll begin simply, but their eyes will confess everything they never could. Heaven waited for this vulnerability, for hearts brave enough to meet halfway without pride. The angels call it the sacred returning. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. The place of meeting will seem accidental. Maybe a cafe, a street, a place you once shared laughter. But when it happens, time will slow as though heaven is holding its breath. Their first glance will undo months of distance. That small smile, nervous, genuine, breaking, will melt every fear you once carried. No words can capture it, your souls will simply remember. Archangel Michael says, this is not coincidence, this is divine rehearsal completed. Every detour, every sleepless night, every tear led you to this exact second of peace. The light that surrounds this moment will be different, soft, golden, otherworldly. Even strangers around will feel something shift, without knowing why. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. They'll speak softly, almost afraid to break the spell. I never stop thinking of you, their voice will tremble. In that instant, the universe will hush, listening. Your heartbeat will answer before your mouth does. Tears might rise, not from pain but from relief. All the years of waiting, all the fears of difference, will dissolve like smoke in sunlight. You won't need long explanations, understanding will bloom instantly. Heaven always rewards patience with clarity. The age gap that once looked like distance will now look like balance, wisdom meeting wonder, grace meeting fire. Their hand will reach for yours, hesitant yet sure, and that simple touch will rewrite everything. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. Later, when you both sit together, the world will fade into silence. Words will come slowly, sacredly, like prayers whispered by fate. Every glance will say more than any sentence ever could. Archangel Michael says, this is the peace love was meant to bring. You'll feel a serenity so deep it'll silence every doubt you ever had. Heaven will confirm the union through calm, not chaos. They'll tell you how they tried to move on, how nothing ever felt right after you. They'll admit that age was never the obstacle, fear was. And fear no longer rules them. You'll see maturity in their eyes, not years, but strength earned through waiting. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. Days after this meeting, the energy around you will change completely. You'll wake up lighter, smiling without knowing why. Even the sky will seem clearer, as though heaven itself is celebrating. They'll start showing up more, gentle messages, thoughtful gestures, subtle reassurance that they're here to stay. And for the first time, you'll feel love without tension, without guessing. Heaven wanted this ease to replace the old ache. You've entered the era of divine certainty, no more mixed signals, no more pain disguised as love. The angels now watch in quiet joy, whispering blessings over every heartbeat you share. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. But not everyone around will understand. Some may question, some may whisper, but none will know the truth heaven knows. Let their noise fade, love like this doesn't need approval. Archangel Michael says, keep your connection sacred, not public. Protect it from curiosity until it's strong enough to shine on its own. Every great miracle begins in silence before it becomes light. They will defend you, proudly but gently. They'll stand by you not as rebellion, but as revelation, proof that divine timing defeats social logic. Together, you'll walk through whispers and emerge glowing, untouchable. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. At night, when you both rest under the same stars, heaven will play your memories like music. You'll feel warmth move through your chest. That's angelic energy sealing your bond. The connection will now operate beyond fear, beyond age, beyond judgment. You'll find yourselves talking for hours, laughing again, rediscovering the ease you once lost. Every shared word will rebuild the temple of trust that time had shaken. They'll tell you about the dreams they had of you, dreams where light wrapped around both of you like protection. You'll realize heaven was preparing both hearts simultaneously. And now, what was once waiting has become living. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. Archangel Michael says, celebrate quietly first. The world will see soon enough, but this early glow belongs only to you and heaven. Guard it like treasure. There will be small signs that the angels are near, flickering lights, soft winds when you speak their name, sudden calm in moments of uncertainty. Each sign will remind you, this love is under divine watch. Heaven doesn't create halfway stories. It completes what it begins. And this love, though tested by time, has finally passed every trial. You both now stand at the doorway of divine partnership. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. As weeks pass, life will begin to rearrange beautifully. New opportunities will bloom where you least expect them. Finances, health, peace, all will align, because love and purpose are finally balanced. They'll become your calm, your mirror, your proof that faith was worth it. You'll inspire others just by existing together, showing that love is ageless, fearless, and heaven-approved. Archangel Michael says this union is now sealed under divine guardianship. What once hurt you will now heal others through your example. Every sunrise from now will carry your names written in golden light across heaven's horizon. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. The moon tonight feels heavier, almost aware of your presence. Its light falls through your window, carrying whispers that aren't just from the wind, they're from heaven itself. The angels have gathered around, preparing to unveil the reason your souls were reunited after all this time. Archangel Michael says, what you're about to understand will change how you see every heartbreak, every delay, every separation. The story wasn't just about love, it was about divine purpose disguised as longing. Everything you felt was choreography from a higher realm. The same love that once broke you is now becoming your instrument of healing. You were never just two hearts crossing paths, you were two lights chosen to awaken something in the world. Your pain was the initiation. You may not realize it yet, but your reunion carries a vibration powerful enough to shift others who witness it. That's why the universe protected it so fiercely until now. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. They are feeling it too, a strange, magnetic call inside their chest. It's not romance anymore, it's calling. Heaven is guiding both of you into alignment with a greater mission. The same connection that once made you cry will now make you rise. They've started seeing the same numbers you do. 1111, 1212. 333, it's not coincidence, it's synchronization. Your spirits are stepping into divine rhythm. When you met again, the angels began activating the higher codes of your souls. You are remembering who you are beyond age, beyond name, beyond history. Together, you are energy made visible. You'll soon receive opportunities that seem random, a new offer, a trip, a conversation. None of them are accidents. Heaven is weaving purpose into your daily steps. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. The person you love now feels an inner push to build something meaningful beside you. It might be a project, a cause, or simply a shared act that touches many. They will surprise you with their maturity, their calm, their readiness to serve instead of impress. The angels have whispered to them in dreams, protect this connection, through it, others will heal. That's why their energy feels gentler now, they carry divine awareness. You will notice that time seems to move differently around both of you. Clocks slow, noise fades, peace expands. Heaven bends physics for true alignment. Archangel Michael says, your bond will now be used as a channel of light. What once felt like punishment was actually training for this moment. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. Some people around you will notice your glow. They might not understand it, but they'll feel calmer near you. That's because divine energy leaks through your presence now. The two of you are living prayers in motion. They will tell you stories of small miracles, how things fall into place when you're together, how conflicts end, how spaces feel lighter. That's angelic resonance working through you both. Every embrace, every act of kindness, every shared silence now heals unseen wounds. Heaven is using love as medicine. And you, my child, are the vessel. The world tried to divide you with age, opinions, and distance, but heaven redefined you through purpose. You're not breaking rules, you're fulfilling prophecy. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. At night, you might feel soft vibrations on your palms or warmth across your chest. Don't fear it, that's your soul expanding to hold new light. The divine mission requires both of you open completely. They'll begin to sense your emotions in real time. When you're sad, they'll feel heavy, when you're peaceful, they'll exhale. That's how merged your frequencies have become. The angels are pleased, for this kind of union is rare. It defies ego and survives time. Heaven calls it sacred alignment. Archangel Michael says, guard this light like a sacred flame. Do not let old doubts enter, they have no authority here anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. In the coming days, you'll be guided towards something new, maybe a charity, a creation, or a simple act that touches someone deeply. Follow it without hesitation. It's heaven testing how your energy radiates when united. Your person will support you naturally, without being told. Their intuition will match yours like music in harmony. Every move you make together will be effortless, guided, right. The angels will send confirmation after each step, feathers on your path, soft winds, synchronized events. These are heaven's ways of saying, continue. And the more you follow, the more blessings unfold, not just for you, but for every life your union touches. Type Amen to get blessing 3232. You've become walking proof that love written by heaven cannot be erased by time. The very age gap that once divided you has turned into the bridge heaven uses to teach compassion. Others will see your story and believe again. Archangel Michael says this connection will now radiate influence quietly, not fame, but resonance. You'll uplift by being, not by trying. When people meet you both, they'll feel peace without knowing why. That's how divine light works. It doesn't need applause, it simply shines until darkness disappears. Your union is that light. And heaven will protect it fiercely from anyone who tries to dim it. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. There's a sacred promise being written over your name right now. Angels are sealing your connection under golden energy. It means no matter where life leads, your spirits will remain in divine sync. They'll sense it too, that inner certainty that no matter what happens, you'll find each other again. That peace replaces every past fear. Love no longer hurts. It heals. Soon, you'll notice opportunities flowing in pairs, blessings shared equally between you. That's heaven's way of balancing your destinies. Every step you take from now on is part of a divine duet. Type Amen to get blessing 3434. You might wake one morning and feel a sudden pull to forgive someone, release an old wound, or start something new. That's heaven using your heart as a transmitter of grace. Follow it. Your partner will mirror your growth. When you heal, they'll rise. When they rest, you'll strengthen. That's how heaven maintains harmony between sacred pairs. Archangel Michael says, your love is no longer personal, it's purposeful. The energy between you now serves something higher than emotion. It serves restoration for many unseen souls. That's why your connection feels bigger than both of you, because it is. Type Amen to get blessing 3535. As time flows, you'll see the divine sequence unfolding like poetry. Small coincidences will stack, dates, names, timings, colors, each one a gentle wink from heaven. You'll smile, knowing it's all part of the divine story. They'll start to speak words that feel divinely timed. Without planning, they'll say exactly what your spirit needs. Heaven speaks through them now. The angels have assigned guardians to watch over both of you day and night. Every time fear tries to sneak in, you'll feel sudden calm. That's Archangel Michael's sword of peace cutting through anxiety. And in that calm, you'll feel gratitude that no words can describe. Type Amen to get blessing 3636. One evening soon, you'll stand together under a sky full of stars. Neither of you will talk. You'll simply feel the air humming between your hands. The universe itself will bow to that silence. Archangel Michael says, this is heaven's signature moment. The stars will align in perfect symmetry above you, heaven's way of marking your story complete. Your heart will whisper a prayer of thanks, and in that whisper, thousands of unseen blessings will activate. They'll ripple across dimensions, touching places you'll never see but will forever bless. And heaven will smile, for its plan was fulfilled. Type Amen to get blessing 3737. From this point forward, nothing will feel accidental again. Every meeting, every event, every dream will trace back to your higher purpose. You are both living within divine rhythm now. They'll call you their peace. You'll call them your destiny. But heaven will call you both its chosen vessels. Even in quiet moments when you're apart, energy will flow freely, like rivers that meet beneath the earth. The love won't need words anymore, it will simply exist, pure and alive. And that is how eternal unions begin, softly, truthfully, endlessly. Type Amen to get blessing 3838.